our practices, everything starts with the breath. So, well, in New York City, some of the participants we worked with were in homeless shelters. And so I'd go in and I'd teach Tai Chi or yoga, and we'd spend, 30 minutes just breathing, really just allowing them to breathe, allowing them to release, allowing them to just kind of sit and be. So it all starts with the breath, really. I mean, and we get that in all of our movement modalities. And to really just teach people how to breathe. That whenever I start a new class or a new group, people laugh at me. So I'll get my older, wiser people coming into class. So I've been breathing for 80 years. I was like, okay, but
I know how to breathe.
I know how to breathe. It's like, oh, okay, well, how about we check this out? And it's like, I've never felt, well, right, let's, and it's about
So walk us through a breath technique.
Yeah, breath technique. So, okay, I remember, kind of sit away from the back of your chair, right? You don't want to slump, get up, no gangster leans here, sit up, right? You've had that golden thread lifted up to the crown of your head, right? And we're grounded to relax your shoulders. We're going to put our hands up in front of our bodies, right? Just a little bit out, right? We're going to do a technique called open and close. You're just going to open to about shoulder high, shoulder width, and then close to about head width, right? So you're just going to breathe deep as you open, exhale as you close. Now think about yourself being a balloon. So you're not only breathing in one direction, but you breathe in all directions, close. So now open and close up. So breathe up and down. Breathe into the back, breathe into your back. Breathe up into the corners. One more, open and close. So what we just did, in 30 seconds or less, was we lowered our blood pressure, we lowered our pulse rate, we were taking more oxygen in typically than what we were taking in before. When we get excited, we tend to hyperventilate, upper chest breathe. So when we focus on abdominal breathing, more oxygen into the brain allows us to think clearer, allows us to relax the tension in our shoulders, our neck, wherever we have tension. So I'll use, and we'll talk about, you can do a body scan and just letting, just breathe and just let tension go, work through your body. You can think about breathing in positive images. You can think about releasing negative images, but just center it all on the breath. And it's just as easy as that. You can sit anywhere, and really kind of just do your breath. And you don't have to move, but the visual moving for me tends to engage more of your body than just trying to sit there. Okay, I'm going to breathe. Try to engage.
I noticed that as you move too, it opens your shoulders, which opens your chest, which allows more airflow.
Correct.
Is that part of Tai Chi?
It is, right? So the Eastern, in Tai Chi, we talk about, you want this chest open. So you want you lift your chest. In yoga, we talk about having, heart-centered techniques and postures that open up the chest. You bring the shoulders back a little bit. Yeah, because it does give you more room for your lungs to expand, and it gives you more room for, your body. So often, especially now, especially the last 2 years, when this is how we communicated, we're all like this, and we need to get back to sitting up straight and getting those, getting curving in, open the shoulders up, opening the chest out. Yeah. And it's just little simple things like that then it gives me a little different perspective on the situation. As you and I may be having an intense conversation, because we're not allowed to argue, but we can have intense conversations, right?
Us never.
I've never argued, right. But I've had intense conversations, right? So, when I start having an intense conversation, it's like, okay, I need to sit up, I need to open my chest, I need to breathe, I need to move out of my emotional being into my more centered being.
Yeah. So during an intense conversation, it might not do you well to go like this, because
especially like this, right? Yeah, right. So, but
you take it the wrong way.
Yeah. But sometimes the breath, there's all these breath techniques where you're just kind of working your fingers, or you're just breathing, and I'm just gonna sit here and fold my hands, and I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to breathe through my nose. I'm going to keep my mouth shut so that I'm keeping my mouth shut, and then and I'll just kind of listen to what's going on.
Yeah, what a great way to bring you into the present moment so you can listen to what somebody is saying.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think it is about being present. And so we'll talk about find your nice seated posture, right? Push stuff away from the table. So we're just going to do a 4-count movement. So you're going to bring your arms up, right? And then you're going to bring them in, and then you're going to push them out. You're going to bring them down, right? So this is like a conversation. So you're going to be present in the moment, and I'm going to take in the totality of the conversation, and I'm going to realize that my responses have cosmic implications, and then I'm going to care for the other as we continue this conversation. So that's like if I'm working with people, I'll give them movement techniques to think about these more practical techniques. So it's being present, absorbing the entire conversation, realizing there are cosmic implications, and caring for the other. So it is about being present in the moment right now, and not, when I got to go shopping in an hour, or what happened a week ago.
Yeah, or even thinking ahead in the conversation, right? Like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say when I haven't even heard everything that this person has said to me? So I don't even know what I'm going to say because I haven't fully heard what they're saying.
Right, because they're not even finished, and we're already making our response. Well, how can you respond to me when you've already decided what you're going to say next? And we do that a lot. We'll ask a question not to hear what you had to say, it's to set up my response. And it's like, well, that's not really a dialogue. I'm just somebody you're going to talk at.
Yeah. So having the movement along with the breath is a physical indicator.
It's a physical indicator, right?